You are now tuned in to Peach State TV, where any gym is home. www.peachstatehoops.com. Enjoy the show. Here in this first clip, you're watching 2012 grad Jane Romano from Webb School out of Knoxville. You actually can see her high school teammate, Marjorie Butler, who's already committed to Georgia, passing of the basketball. You can see her about a 5'8" shooter. Really stroke it right-handed, gets the ball up, gets it out. A lot of what we talked about is actually how to be able to shoot it off the move, not necessarily needing to dribble to do it, but using your footwork and using various cuts to be able to knock shots down. And you're going to see some of that as we get rolling in these clips. Once again, introducing Jane Romano. You see us extended back just a little bit now. We're getting it right there in front of the free throw line, getting the ball, getting it up, getting it out. One of the things that we talked about actually with both her and with Butler during the course of the workout was making sure that, the pocket of the basketball where you catch it doesn't dictate your shot, that you dictate where you catch it. Want to be able to catch, you can see her right there, get it locked and get it out. When she does that, the ball is high, and she does it more times than not. It gets it over the front of the rim, then it's smooth. You can see her get that right wrist down, as Jonathan Hemingway, our assistant director of scouting, says, getting a floppy wrist, so to speak, on your follow-through, getting it up, getting that right wrist down, and your fingers pointed in the basket as if they were going inside of the cookie jar. Now you see her move out to the three-point line. Once again, same thing we talked about. She's stepping to meet that pass there. Left foot down, right foot moves as the ball's on the way. Catch, getting it out, making sure we get that right arm extended and that right wrist in the basket. As you can see, ball is high, follow through is high, shot is good to go. I've talked about this before. I think so many times with kids who can shoot the basketball, we want to pin them in the corner, pin them on the wing, and just stick them there and hope that, a kid like Butler can make a play for him. Whereas you can see right here with Jane, we're actually working on her coming off of what would be a curl screen, but reading the fact that there's a post defender there. She's got to get the ball up, get it out quick before that post can recover off the screen. She's just hanging tight in there, not wanting to come and close out on us, so we're getting around, getting the basketball, and getting the shot up. This time we're coming straight to the ball. You see her catch it, get lined up, get her feet set, and then knock the shot down. So same train of thought. You can see her actually walk down to the level of the screen, come off the screen, force the defender to make a read there. You can see it right there. She comes off tight in a position, inside foot, catch, and then be able to knock the shot down. Knocking shots down off the move is essential for a true shooter. This time you're going to see her cut all the way through, get the ball, get her feet set underneath. This is actually a really tough shot. We call it a sprint through. She's there, she sprints through, turns. We actually talked about making sure that you can always see the passer, very similar to a receiver in football. You want to make sure when that ball is coming around that you can see it being thrown, you can feel it, and then make a play on it. She sprints here, comes off the second, catch, feet underneath, and then knocks it down. I just think at the collegiate level, she's got so much potential to be able to do things like this, whether it's the mid-range or at the three-point line, be able to catch, get her feet down. We actually just left the WNBA game. Minnesota Lynx and the Atlanta Dream were playing down in the city. And this little, screen right here, coming down, reading the pin and then fading. We're getting the pin down and then fading to the corner. Simone Augustus, the former LSU star, now Minnesota Lynx standout, former #1 pick in the draft, hit 2 or 3 jumpers like this actually during the game. Both Jane and Butler were down there with us watching. You can see Coach Hemingway in the picture with me. He was down there, so obviously wanted to try to incorporate that as one of the cuts that she was making in the reads. Now you can see her actually coming across, reading and knocking it down right there, hiding behind the cone. You're going to see us get a little 2 action here. Gets her head down under the rim, comes right off, catches, and gets it out. I remember when Rip Hamilton and the Pistons were really hot. He made a living off of this, getting his head down. Ray Allen will do it a good bit too with the Celtics, coming through there. You don't get it off that first cut that you make. That first curl is not there, so you get a second cut. You'll see it right here. She's going to bury that and get it, boom, and it's an immediate sprint. The thing that we talked about, you can see her actually changing her speed out of the cut. Coming out, attacking the first one, relaxing to get the defender to relax with her. You'll see her slow down, boom, and then come right out of it and explode. Now you're going to see her put it off the bounce. Same principle in terms of creating a little space. This time we're actually doing it off the bounce instead of just off the catch. Giving a little show fake, assuming that you've beaten the defender with a couple of jumpers. You get that close out now, a little bounce to create some space and get a clean look. Her high school team actually had been at Georgia team camp. They had played 10 games in about 2.5 days. So, needless to say, they had gotten some work in, but we wanted to make sure, even in the individual, we knew that her legs were, going to be a little shot, but make sure we got a lot of quality shots up. Our new term around the office and the lab and in the factory is functional basketball. We want to make sure whatever it is that we're doing pertains to game situations. Now you can see her catching out here, rip, one to the baseline, and then a pull-up. So now we've gone middle, we've gone baseline. This is after getting our various cuts offensively to get jumpers up. So in terms of simulating game-type situations for a shooter, you're getting the chase, you're getting the straight cut, you're getting all the different types of cuts that you're going to see in the game. Jane had been in the factory with us once before. You're going to see us now actually come through and finish at the rim. A little curl cut read, the defender chases, you go all the way through to the other side and then finish. She had been in the factory with us once before, and the same way I felt, last time I felt during this particular workout is just the fact that she pays attention to detail. You can see it right there, mishandles the basketball, kicks it back out to get it restarted. She's not going to take shortcuts, things like that. Some kids you have that want to do that, just trying to get through the workout as opposed to trying to get better through the workout. And she definitely fits the latter part of that statement.